income that is foolproof, predictable, simple, and attainable. Today, I am joined with Amy Stockberger, who is going to talk to us about AI-powered agent and how to future-proof your business for maximum impact. So whether if you're a real estate agent, if you are a plumber, if you are an electrician, if you have a client and you have a business or you're a salesperson in a business, this is for you. A little bit about Amy real quick, and then we'll jump right into it. Amy, I know that you're the founder of the South Dakota's top producing real estate team, number 33 in the nation, but who's counting, right? Only
Right.
number 33. My
Right.
God, that's impressive.
Mhm.
And you're the creator of the lifetime home support model. And today we're going to be talking about AI. Welcome, Amy. How are you?
Hi, thanks for having me, Dan. First of all, I want to say I love the name of the podcast. Like, yes, no broke months. Let's go. I love that. And the way to do that is to build systems, right? To build
Yeah,
a
and you know why
process,
we
a framework.
do you know where we came up with no broke months?
Tell me.
Broke months suck.
Well, that I probably should have guessed that. Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty easy. It was like, what do we want? Do we want broke months or no broke months? And you know, the
Right,
committee voted on no broke months.
right, right. I love it. Very much, we're very much aligned, sir. Yes.
So tell me, I interrupted you talking about systems. Jump in it. Tell
Oh,
before we talk about systems, though, Amy, I want to know a little bit about you, if that's okay.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, Amy Stockberger, like you said, is founder of Amy Stockberger Real Estate, Lifetime Home Support, also co-founder of Pro Insight, which I am excited to talk to you about all the ways that can help all home service businesses. Um,
Oh,
but uh,
hold on. I'm a client of Pro Insight as well, and
do
that's
you
how I
love
got
it?
connected with Amy. So I love it, and I wanted to say that to the audience, right? So I feel like I'm the hair club for men, but if you're watching the video, you'll know I do not qualify for that program. So instead, you know, it's like I'm not just a customer. What is the? I don't remember what it is, right? But either
Yeah,
way,
but I'm also a client. Yeah. I don't,
yeah, I
yeah.
probably
Yeah, I
lost
love
half
it.
of our audience who doesn't even know what I'm talking about, but that's fine. You're too young anyways. Google it. Go on, Amy. Sorry.
No, that's awesome. I love it. And that actually cues me up. So just quick 30,000 foot overview of Amy Stockberger. Been in the real estate industry 26 years this year. Came into it straight out of college. My dad owned a coldwell banker at the time, and he had a very anti-nepotism rule. So I came and worked on the back end, and he did me the best thing he probably could have ever done for me and just made me work my butt off, which was awesome. So worked my butt off, fell in love with the industry, got licensed within 2 years, was a buyer's agent for a hot second, was a single agent for a hotter second, and grabbed my sister, got her licensed, and started a team, hired a part-time assistant, and I'm like, let's go. Started building my husband.
Wait.
Yeah.
Didn't your sister and you learn from the no nepotism rule, and then the
Oh,
two of you get in a partnership with?
yes. Oh
Oh,
yeah. We both worked through it. Yes, my dad had her work as hard as I did, and it was so good though. It was he knew, and he was so
that's beautiful.
smart. Yeah, he
That's
was so
beautiful.
smart. When I said I wanted to get licensed, he was like, "Oh my gosh, you can't. It's too hard. It's so
Yeah.
competitive. It's just a killer industry." And it was like, "Okay, hold my beer. Let's go." I'm good.
Don't challenge Amy Stockberger. I got this. I
Yeah.
got this.
So we started growing. My husband left the lending world in '09. We were growing. We were doing great. We were a small little team. Got to 2014 and we found a major hole in our business. We were great at systems. Systems is one of my superpowers. The before and during part of the transaction was awesome, but we weren't getting that repeat and referral business, and it was driving me bonkers. I couldn't believe it. Like, what? Why? They were so happy before and during. And at that time, I was running billboard ad campaigns to about $30,000 a year for the one campaign goal of reminding people who knew, like, and trusted me to use me again because it costs more money to acquire a new client than it does to to keep the one for life, right? Well, shocker, it didn't work, right? That had nothing to do with them. It wasn't authentically serving the client. It was a picture of my face on it. It was brand awareness at best. And so I went down the rabbit hole of like, how can I fix this? And because I couldn't find an entire all-inclusive ecosystem to, rip off and duplicate, I created my own called Lifetime Home Support, where we created a system and strategy for every step of the home buying and selling process before, during, and forever. And so basically a little concept like from 30,000 level, first time home buyer who's getting out of a rental, we have a lease buyout program. To the very last seller selling their last house, we have a golden age guided move program to everything in between. The core pillars, so are our VIP club and our vendor program. So we have a VIP club they get access to for life by buying and selling one time. Access to free moving trucks, access to free moving supplies, party supplies, cotton candy, snow cone, popcorn machines, bouncy houses, tables and chairs, all branded to us. Every tool they're going to need for home ownership, um, specialty tools, wheelbarrows, carpet cleaners, all those things, all branded to us. They can check out for free. And then we added in the vendor program because we, as real estate agents, are super connectors. We connect our clients, buyers and sellers, but then we get to connect them to everything else they need. They come to us looking for that trusted resource. And so I figured out how could I do what NAR is telling us to do, which is to grow your sphere because it's your biggest lead source. How could I do it in a way that was serving all of my ideal client profiles? And so we built out a vendor program that consists now of about 115 to 120 vendors of all home service and like event venues. We have spas. We have all this on there that give our clients legendary care, preferential treatment, and sometimes preferential pricing that allows us to take care of our clients for life. And this entire model has allowed us to be number one in our market since 17 in South Dakota, actually, ranked 33 in the nation. We have about 10% of the local market share with 20 some agents, and we built a business with 90% repeat and referral. And so I'm wildly passionate about helping our industry, our beautiful, beloved industry, elevate that client experience so that agents can build a business they love, easier to run, that's referable, scalable, and sellable. And between building that out and now with Pro Insight, what we're doing, we have this AI tech that's sexy as can be and a homeowner concierge business model that we're showing all home service businesses to put into their business model, to put their referrals on steroids between each other and to grow together because they're all serving the same client profile.
I love it, Amy. Thank you for sharing all that. And there's so much that you just said in there, but at the end, you talked about Pro Insight and how to use AI to really future proof your business for maximum effect and maximum impact. So, talk to us a little bit more about how Pro Insight does that, but then also talk to us about like which is a great service, right? And I think everybody should check it out. You just Google Pro Insight and you'll find them. But if for some reason you want to, some people are like sort of do it yourself type people, and we know that's like if for real estate agents the for sale by owners is probably not the best route, but sometimes it's the route, and so for those that are more do it themselves, like what types of things have you learned with AI that they can implement without you? And then what types of things with AI can they implement with you?
Yeah. So, oversight, quick, the first question you asked about the Pro Insight. So, we've built out a homeowner concierge business model that's partner powered, and we help businesses build out a network of 30 people in their network and their homeowner concierge network in 30 days. And it's a hybrid of putting these people inside of over 15,000 houses, the whole vendor program, the whole homeowner concierge program inside of 15,000 houses within their area. So we're helping all of these service providers, agents, and all of their vendor networks become number one in their market, as well as the AI tech on our roadmap where we're able to go in and find behavioral behind aggregates based upon their database of people who are at that point where they're ready to make a transaction, to make a move of some kind, and doing it in a way that is wildly systemized. Systems, like I said, are one of my superpowers, and I'm very, very passionate as well about keeping people's businesses SAD. And that stands for systemized, automated, delegated, or deleted. And I think that is one thing that all entrepreneurs, I call them servopreneurs if you're doing it right. Be a servopreneur, not just an entrepreneur, someone who serves your client to the highest level before, during, and forever. But keeping your business as sad as possible is what is going to allow you to scale it. And we have so much. We're in a pretty delicious wrinkle in time right now with everything going on with AI and tech that we are able to automate and systemize at a faster level than ever before. And that's one thing with our Pro Insight platform that is so sexy for these businesses that it's a done for you model. It's an ambassador led, done with you, I should say, model, ambassador led, that we help you build this out. And then we plug in the AI once they're built out to keep growing it and compounding it on steroids.
Tell us what the acronym stands for again, SAD.
SAD, systemized, automated, delegated, or deleted. Because think about it, most entrepreneurs are all visionaries, right? And the one thing us visionaries really, really
Oh,
suck at.
doing things.
Oh, well, we suck at making things. We can make things really complicated. That's just the way our brains work. So oftentimes, when you're looking at a process, a workflow, or something, the the answer or the framework you should put everything to is how can I systemize it? How can I automate it? Who can I delegate it to, or can I delete it? And
Yeah.
oftentimes, because us visionaries do this, deleting it is sometimes the best answer instead of going in and doing something else because it doesn't need to be there anyway.
Yeah, it helps you sort of have a framework to you have, for some, myself included, you have more ideas than time or resources
Right.
or money to implement. And because of that, you can find dilution and struggle and challenges. And I love that you give us a framework to systematize, to automate, to delegate, and to delete. And now you have a framework of how to decide what you say yes to and what you say no to. Because every single yes that you say is an infinite minus one
Mhm.
no to the rest of your options in the universe. Right.
Right.
So I want the audience to get that. When you say yes to something, take the word infinity minus one, which is the yes you just said to, and that's what you just said no to. When
Totally.
you, yeah, when you consider it from that perspective, then you'll be more considerate of your yeses.
Totally.
So
And
go ahead, Amy.
the thing I'm big about too is that I think agents or entrepreneurs, serverpreneurs across the board, one thing that to really help them in building a scalable, referable, scalable, and sellable business is that they need to figure out every 90 days the goals that they're working on, no more than 3 to 7 that are their big. Sometimes 3 is just what you need for that 90-day stretch. That what is most broken that gives you the most ROI that you can fix the fastest. That's what you should be focused on. That's what you should put in that 90-day goal that you're working on at a intentionally those things, because it's easy. Again, entrepreneurs are I don't know what the statistic is, but the majority of them like wildly ADD, wildly. They don't have the ops brain. They don't have that. They have the great vision. And that's what makes entrepreneurs so beautiful. Entrepreneurs and golden retrievers are my favorite species in the entire world. So, but they are so great, but sometimes that's a big lacking for most entrepreneurs.
Amy, do me a favor if you could. Your microphone is very sensitive. It's
Oh,
fine where you're at right
yeah,
now, but I notice if you move like 2 inches away from your microphone, it gets a little bit wonky. And so don't
got it.
change a thing. I just wanted to let you know that if you do one of those numbers, it gets a little wonky.
Awesome.
And so thank you. So talk to us, Amy, if you could, about just about AI, like in a day. So you have these services and you've learned so much from you and your partners. I know two of your partners who are just phenomenal people.
They are.
And Justin Stoddard,
Justin, yep.
yeah,
And Don
is
Yoakum, yep.
and Don Yoakum, and I've known of Don for probably 20 years. We've crossed paths in a previous life that we aligned on, and I've known Justin for probably 5 or 6 years. But I know the three of you are incredible visionaries, incredible entrepreneurs, incredible doers, incredible thinkers. And so as you guys have put together, for example, Pro Insight, and then separately from that, you've put your concierge program together. What have you learned, especially about AI, that
Mm.
the average agent, without hiring your services, and of course they should, but let's say they don't, what have you learned through the process that an average salesperson, entrepreneur, business owner can put in place today?
Yeah, so the rule at our office is that if our staff isn't using AI first, they're being irresponsibly unproductive, and that does not align with our goals and our core values. And so we've automated about 60% of our workflow in 2025, and we're going to keep going. We have a digital employee that lives inside of Teams named Sammy. That's agent support. We have a new admin support that will have voice included for concierge level service with Amy Stockberger Real Estate for admin and client care support. But one thing that we started with, like where the very basics was, like where can we, again, what's most broken that has the most amount of ROI or effect on our business that we can fix the fastest? Well, the first thing was let's streamline as much marketing as we can. how much marketing can we streamline? So we created, at the time, the ChatGPT, custom GPTs were the best option out there. So we have a dedicated AI agent for marketing that we've used in our marketing department. I actually don't even call it a marketing department. We call it a lifetime home support engine. But that whole engine runs within this agent where we've been able to streamline down so much that I have an independent contractor who's my social media manager that works 20 to 30 hours a week. And we run my personal brand, ASRE, as well as our Find a Home in Sioux Falls brand. Underneath that, where we've automated our blogs. We have a blog that goes out every week, automated our newsletter distribution that comes out once a week via email. We've automated the social media creation on all of that so that everything is so streamlined that we've saved so much time, which allows us, because I think that's where people get kind of twisted. They're like, oh, well, then people aren't going to have jobs. But the more streamlined we can get, the more time we have to serve, more time we have to add back into the client experience, our agent experience, our vendor experience. And to me, that is so important that as we buy back more time over and over, that we're doing that. So marketing is where we started.
How'd you do that?
We built out just like when we started a custom GPT that we did that with all of our marketing. So we went in and the instructions and I can actually give you guys for your audience, if they just want to go out to Amy Stockberger, at Amy Stockberger on Instagram, I will send you out my marketing director custom GPT prompt that shows them exactly what they need to do, down to even how to create a sheet on what their lead magnets are, that it all lives inside this AI agent. So it has the knowledge for everything they need. So I can go out and just do at Amy Stockberger on Instagram and then DM me. Let's just do marketing and I'll send it out and I'll set up a mini chat for that.
What's been your biggest challenges that you've had in developing, the structures and the systems that we're talking about today?
Well, I think a big thing that everybody needs to understand with AI is that it is the 10-80-10 rule that, that it's 10% you put in, 80% that AI does for you, and 10% you need to do for iterations. And so going through and just making sure that that last part of that 10% is being done the right way, and we're going back and following it, especially with we added in different levels of compliance for contracts in there, and just making sure that we're inspecting what we expect on that side of it. I really think that the mindset of the buy-in with AI, we got that pretty fast. And I think that's one thing that some brokerages, teams, businesses struggle with, that they have to have that talk with their staff that this is the way we're going to move so we can serve faster, so we can serve higher, that we're going to automate these things, not again to replace humans. Yeah, but to come in and do that. So I think that's one thing that's helped us.
Yeah, it's interesting, Amy, because today the technology, I've been doing this for, a long time as you have, and always built systems around. And one of the things that I've always noticed is that the right person can outperform a system to a degree because they're limited on time. The second piece of that is that the key ingredient to what I just said is the right person. And so every single person is gonna look at things a little bit differently about the way to approach it. So when you're looking for how do I scale and how do I systematize, what I've discovered throughout time, and this was well before the AI became prevalent, is that a system will always outperform a person when the system is set up properly. A person will always outperform a system when it's the right person. And between those two, it's a whole heck of a lot easier to get a system to perform for you than a person to perform for you, because, I literally in the last week, I've lost 2 key employees, right? So right now I'm in a bad spot, right? And I don't have, I do have many, many systems, right? But I don't have a system to be able to replace either one of them quickly. AI, you're not going to lose. I mean, if you do, then that's a whole different thing, right? So if you want to scale and you want to be predictable and you want to increase your performance for your clients, embracing AI is smart. And then lastly, a lot of people are listening to this right now and be like, you guys are talking 30,000 foot, which we are because that's who we are. Like, how do I actually do that? Well, let me give them a key ingredient. Go to Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT, how the heck do I do this?
Right.
You got the
Every
tool to
prompt.
tell you how to use the tool.
Right, right. And that's where that's the beauty of it. And the one thing, if you're going to stick with ChatGPT, is chat can be very much a yes man, and
Yeah.
especially their last few versions are really much yes man. So you have to be very in like your custom instructions, which is down on the left hand side. You see your name, you can put your custom instructions in, but you need to be in there like, hey, I need a sparring partner. I need somebody who's a strategic partner and helping me look around the corner and seeing what I'm not seeing. I don't want somebody to agree with me on everything. I actually, in my custom instructions, says I don't need another friend right now. I need somebody who can help me think of things in a way that I'm not thinking of them. And I think now that there's so much like Google's like Gemini and everything Google is putting out right now is super sexy, and they're going fast, and what they're adding in almost it feels like daily is better and better, and it's in the natural natural platforms that we're already in, so it's a little bit easier too. And
Yeah,
so
the
I think
ecosystems of Drive
yeah,
and everything else that you're already using.
right. And so that goes in, but as easy as like the paid version of, okay, let's just go back to chat. The paid version of chat, just something any agent can do. You can go in and turn on agent mode, which is just where you have the little bubble on chat and there's a little plus. Scroll down, it'll say agent mode, and you can go in and set up a task for agent mode to send you, because they just say in the real estate industry, you real estate agents, you need to be the most knowledgeable about everything going on in your local market. You need to be so hyper local, it's crazy that when anybody talks to you, because truly our industry, we're really the only service industry that people really love to talk about. They rarely walk up to an insurance guy and say, hey, just tell me all the good, juicy stuff going on in insurance. Nobody's going to say that. But man, do they love houses? Yeah. People love to know what's going on in real estate. So one thing we teach our agents is they have to be the knowledge broker. They have to have stats every month that they have for sound bites that they're talking about. We're educating them on everything that's happening nationally. But we also have them go in and set up that agent mode that says, send me everything I need to know based upon Inman, HousingWire, all these things nationally about what's going on in the market. So every morning they can get a snippet of just a real quick what is going on in the industry that I need to know about. Same with your local market. What is happening with it, whether it's your business journal, like here at Sioux Falls Business. I need an overview of what I need to know that's important that my buyers, sellers, investors, vendors, agents need to know. So I have that talk track ready and I'm up to date on it, that you can get that right away in the morning, sent to you. AI is pretty magical.
And what you said, I think, is useful for the audience to hear, which is um, make sure that you're training your AI on how to be responsive to you and how to not be the yes man or yes woman to you
Hmm.
and how to be critical. And then
Right.
the thing with AI is what I'm noticing is that it's all about the better questions that you can ask, then the better answers you're going to get. So
Right.
AI, from my experience and from those that I coach and lead, what I found is that it's not a tool that can just take off and do on its own. It
Hmm.
still needs our guidance. It still needs our instruction. And the more critical that you're curious and the better
Hmm.
questions that you ask of AI, then the better that you'll be able to find solutions. And then lastly, the better that you can program it with models. So, for example, I've got my settings that if I want to, I put certain people in there about if I'm dealing with this problem, then do it as though if you were this person. So, for example, if I want to talk about how to be able to please my clients, then approach it as though if Walt Disney were the person that was
Right.
putting it together.
Right.
If I want to be able to know how to be able to market effectively, approach it as Dan Kennedy or Oren
Hmm.
Claff in regards to influence, or Robert Cialdini in regards to influence, that type of thing. And so just like find people that are successful. And if you can't find the people that are successful in whatever
Ask
areas
it.
that you're seeking, that's right.
Ask
Ask
it.
it.
Yep.
So
It's
I'll open up two at the same time, and then one I'll say, who's the top five performers in this negotiation? And then I'll go
right.
to the other one. I'll say, okay, use these five people and answer this question as though if you're those five people, and then save this for future chats. So
Totally. Yep. That's so smart. And that's the best way to do it for storytelling. Like one of my prompts is about Nike because they're so good at, Nike doesn't talk about the types of shoes they have, the leather, the shoestrings. They talk about how it makes you feel. They're good at storytelling. So like when I'm trying to build out a marketing campaign, I'll often use that one in there. Like tell it like you've been a 20-year marketing executive at Nike that is going through that. So yeah, so good. You said something though that so you were saying in chat, I do once a week, I do these automate with Amy posts, where I'm just giving out just details on different ways people can automate their businesses. And this week, just because you said this, there's the one I'm doing is about changing large language models. Because so once you get integrated into whatever model you're in, Claude, Gemini, whatever, you kind of have all your information in there, and you feel like you're almost cheating on your large language model. Like ChatGPT knows everything about me, just he knows that I'm a 99D, 99I, like I knows all those things, knows what my goals are. So, but if you're wanting to change and making sure you have as much knowledge base going over to that next large language model, one of the things that I recommend is that you go into chat and you just say, like, tell me everything you know about me. Have it just, it's going to take it all out. It's going to tell you everything you know. Take that, copy that into a document. Then go into your custom instructions if you have those, put that into a document. Name that document like your large language model summary. And we use TextBlaze. I love automating, systemizing, saving time. Like if I could shave 3 seconds off of anything, that makes me so happy. But TextBlaze is it's like the text replacement we have on our keyboards and our phones. And so you can hook it up to your browser, but it's you can do a free service of it. And there's probably a whole bunch of them, but we use TextBlaze in our office, where anything you do more than 2 or 3 times in the day should have an automation or systemization to it somehow. So for this example, you can go in and I took that document that has all my summary of who I am and what it needs to know. And the TextBlaze, when I type in now, LL sum, so large language summaries, what the code is for me, it auto-populates that entire document. So I can go into any other large language model and quickly put that in, and they're up to date on how they need to communicate with me, what I'm about, what I'm doing, so that I'm not stuck within one large language model, that I feel like if I want to get another perspective on it, I can easily do that, but have everything glide with me. But like the TextBlaze, like this, that's such an easy thing for businesses to add into their business. So like our transaction coordination, they often have, we have the same email templates that are living in there, and you'd have to go into one text stack, grab the email template, or go grab it from somewhere else. Well, with TextBlaze, it's just a 3-digit or 3-letter code, auto-populates 2-3 paragraphs worth of information, so my people aren't typing stuff. And so that's just an easy, like little things like that are so easy to implement and can save and buy back so much time.
I love it. Amy, thank you for your wisdom. How can somebody get on your email list for automate with Amy?
Yeah, so go ahead and just follow me on Instagram at Amy Stockberger and DM me a newsletter, and I'll get you added.
I love it, Amy. And what's one piece of wisdom advice that you want to leave us with today for just in general? What would you like to share?
Well, I think that it's really important for entrepreneurs to be looking at the big picture of their business. Like, what does the future look like, and how can I build a business that's relationship based, systemized, and service centric? And doing those 3 things will allow you to build a business that is anywhere between 50 to 100% more valuable. And that's what we should be building for. And also knowing that building a business, again, relationship based, warm leads, those convert 8 times higher, and they're a heck of a lot more fun to work with. So thinking about how you can add in those partner-powered relationships to scale is really important, and such easy, low-hanging fruit that oftentimes most people forget about when they just start throwing money at PPC or different, cold lead platforms, where there's so much opportunity in just that, and we're proof that it works.
I mean, you're amazing. Thank you for your time today. Audience, you're amazing. Thank you for your time today. I wish that everybody have the best day of their life. Be grateful, make good